everyone, welcome to another episode of The Successful CEO. My name is Zeeshan Mallick, the CEO and founder of YouYaa, as you can see up here in the corner. And today I'm talking to someone actually really very cool from over in the US, Cory Jaeger, COO of Physis Investment. Hi Cory, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's a beautifully sunny Friday out here in Chicago, and so nothing to complain about. How are you, Zeeshan?
Sunny Friday, that's what we want, but it's pouring with rain here, as it always is, or that's what the stereotype is, isn't it? But there you go, it's all good.
The brand new city of Dubai.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, we're gonna do a bit of seeding for you. Cool, man. So look, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. I know you're really, really busy, so I've only got a couple of questions for you, really, not too much detail anyway. Tell me a little about who you are and what you do at your company, and then what your company does.
Sounds great. I am Cory, as you mentioned. I started off at Physis. It relatively unconventional way. You know, I want to start from the beginning of how I met the founder, and ended up working my way up to being the COO. Through COVID, I got an internship canceled really randomly. So I was kind of scrambling for what do I do, and I figured, what better way to network than by finding my way into a Harvard alumni entrepreneurship group. That's where I found Physis. That's where I found Stefania. I was working directly with Stefania. We butted heads immensely right at the beginning. She told me, stop asking me questions, just start Googling things. You know, all of those initially kind of starting off points and those pain points that really grew into a great relationship. She then extended me an offer to join Physis as an analyst, and immediately switched over to being on biz dev because I liked talking to people and not with numbers. So I joined on the biz dev sales side, ended up becoming the head of biz dev and sales, leading our US, EU, full cycle sales, account executive work, things along those lines. And then I was so integrated on the day-to-day strategy. We literally had a conversation where at one point she's like, it makes sense for you to be COO. And that's how that happened. So it's been awesome. I really found a passion with working with people, doing the problem solving part. I hate the transactional nature of some of the calls that I'm on. So the way I like to handle things is just being super conversational. I know you even mentioned that, prior to this call, like just love having the conversation part of things. It doesn't always need to be exactly tell me about yourself, give me what am I going to get out of you? Right. So that's how I like to handle things. I love the problem solve, come up with different ways of partnering and not with selling. And so I think that's what's really led to some of the success. But that's a bit about me. Outside of work and outside of Physis, I go to the gym.
Don't answer that yet. I'm gonna ask you about what you do in your off time, because that's a really important thing.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
So we'll get to that, don't worry. But tell us about the company Physis Investment. What do they do?
Yeah, Physis is an end-to-end data solution, really the first end-to-end data solution. And whereas there's a plethora of different data providers out there, we're the first that's leveraging AI to collect, validate, analyze, and report on custom data sets from scratch. So whether that be structured or unstructured data sets, you can upload any kind of documents that you want. We'll collect all of the information from those documents. You let us know exactly which data points you're looking for. We'll be sure to validate that at a higher rate than other traditional LLMs. And then we're going to take that in, we'll analyze that and report on that for you.
Nice. So your business is very much structured around AI, and that the AI is a central focal point of your business, correct?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Wow. Nice. So, I mean, you've answered my first question. How do you use AI, or do you even use it? You obviously do. So has it been successful, or is it constantly hallucinating and giving you totally random answers?
Yeah, that's a great question. And one of the things too with how we use AI is it's not the fact that we use AI. It's the fact that what we've built is, and what the differentiator for us is the way we're using it, the way we combine different tools and the different types of AI applications to actually do it at a certain level of quality that people can really count on. So right now, people are generally doing a lot of manual research when it comes to data. A lot of outsourced teams in different countries, pulling data, doing the validation all by hand. So we condensed a whole number of different tools and AI applications in order to pull all that information at a higher rate. And then we run a validation system with over 50 different quality checks and assessments. And we add on to, so if you want a specific kind of data point, we'll add on new validation parts or new validation algorithms in order to make sure that you're getting all of the right data. So at the beginning, were there a ton of hallucinations? Yes. But we've been going at this for a few years, doing a ton of different iterations. The prompt is ungodly long, and the amount of different tools that we use and leverage is very, very complex, and there is a lot, especially for a non-technical mind like myself, to really elaborate on. But we've gotten it to the point where an unstructured document as taken by a ChatGPT can be around 50 to 70% accuracy, and you're really not sure. It can range generally. It could be a little higher, a little lower. We've gotten it to the point where we average around 95%. So that's what the true differentiator around what we're doing is at Physis.
So it's the quality that you output is,
yeah.
It sounds like it's almost double that of what you mentioned, ChatGPT.
Right. Yeah, just about. ChatGPT can definitely range up to the higher end in the 70s. But you're not sure what you're going to get on any given point. If you want to upload transcribed calls or personal notes that are pretty sloppy, it's going to range very broadly depending on what you're looking to get. But if you're uploading a 10K, a 10Q, it's going to provide significant accuracy. But that's more on the structured document side.
Yeah, I think also because the average person, because the people who who are going to be listening to us today, it's unlikely they're going to be using ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, anything more than their day-to-day activity. Like we use AI. We've had an AI platform since 2017. But on the agentic element, we don't do that much because the systems aren't quite there yet in order to replace the people and the staff and the experience of 25 years yet. So
right.
The average individual, when they look at AI, they're still using it as if almost like it's a search engine. They're still focused around that. So I think what you guys are doing is quite a few levels above the average individual.
Yes, definitely. And we're going to enterprises with it. So it is more of a business use case than an individual. But one thing that often goes unseen as well is with how much people are using AI for that general search engine type of use case or for general research. You're getting different numbers. Every time you ask a question, I've done this use case of asking ChatGPT the same question 5 times. You get different things almost every time, whether it be just the way it's worded or maybe 2 out of the 5 times it'll give you completely different numbers. So it's creating more unstructured data than we even realize. And unstructured data already makes up 80% of the world's data. So that's what we're really trying to come in and utilize AI to bring structure to all of the mess that's kind of being creative. And you mentioned too, it's not quite at the point of being able to replace people, and I completely agree. And in the end, I heard this once and I completely believe it, that AI won't replace jobs. It will be the people that use AI that will replace the jobs.
Absolutely, yeah. No, that one I completely agree with. It's AI by itself can't replace you. But if you want to upskill yourself, if you want to add in more knowledge to yourself and be better at what you do, learn how to use AI, and guess what? You're probably going to be irreplaceable to your company or to your own company, perhaps, from that perspective. All right, I'm going to stay on the AI train a little while longer. So we've talked about how it's working within your business and how you guys use it to bring, knowledge, experience, insights into unstructured data, which is fantastic. But you personally, does AI excite you or worry you? Do you imagine robots taking over the world, or are you more of a sunshine type guy?
Yeah, I'm more of a glass half full kind of guy. When I hear about AI robots taking over the world, I see an investment opportunity. I'm wondering when Figure, the company that is Brett Adcock's founding it, and it's trying to build humanoid robots, and I'm wondering when they're going to go public. So I worry less about that, and I think it also goes back to the idea that the AI won't replace you. It's the people that use it. So if you really put yourself and you position yourself ahead of the curve, there's nothing for you to worry about. Just stay on top of things. And if you're curious enough, you're going to do great in the era of AI. So at least in my perspective, that's how I see it. And I don't worry too much about it. I'm really excited, honestly, for the different use cases. I do think it's going to be a very different time for people that aren't technically sound, that aren't super curious naturally by AI or any of its use cases, really, because I do think that there are quite a bit of warehousing jobs or blue collar jobs that traditionally can be that could be at risk of being replaced by humanoid robots. But I think that we're also quite some time away from that. And I also think that there's going to be a lot of trial and error once that comes. There's no replacing the true cognition of a human when it comes to just genuine decision making. And for the world to get to a point where they're even able to replace the day-to-day jobs and livelihoods, I believe that we're still quite a bit of time and iteration away from that.
I love that. I love it. And I think I'm going to invite you back on this podcast to just talk about AI, because clearly you're very knowledgeable and you work in it. So I think we're going to do another one just around the AI piece.
I'd love to.
Cool. So look, tell me a little bit more about yourself now. So, you look very, very young. Clearly, you're a little bit younger than me because I've got my hair left. But in your sort of success that you've brought about, going into COO from, it sounds like a very short amount of time, because you've mentioned COVID, which today is barely 5 years ago. Yep. Do you have like a secret sauce or a habit or a mindset? Or is it just some sort of philosophy that you live by that gives you this level of success that you've gone in 4 years from entry level to C-suite?
Mm-hmm. For me, everything is consistency. I think that the secret sauce to anything that you do and finding success in it is consistency. If you every single day go in and take 100 shots on goal, you're going to be very good. There's different types of luck, and I've never been the fastest learner or just naturally the smartest right away, but I know that if I consistently go in and do everything that I can to outwork everybody else around me, it will just naturally increase my ability to succeed. So every single day I come in and I try to find a way to excite myself about the work I'm going to do. I structure that work. And I also believe that, inconsistency, once you've got it down and you know that you're going in every single day and this is what you're going to do, regardless of whether or not you want to, which is the biggest part, you have that part down. Then focus your efforts, right? It's not just about going into the office every day or getting to the gym every day or whatever it is. It's about structuring that. What exactly am I going to do to genuinely succeed and do in the time that I'm spending? How am I going to do that better than others? So one other thing that I do is just I work with high agency. And so I structure all of my thoughts and what I want to do. And then I just go at them. If you're on a call and you're talking about all these different things, the second you get off that call, just do it, go right at it, knock those things out. So it's not a lingering long list of to-dos that just accumulates day over day. And you're just waiting, you're trying to knock out these huge tasks with another month deadline. And you're like waiting on all these little things. And you're like, sorry, this slipped through the cracks. it only slip through the cracks as you let it. So I really believe in being high agency. I heard this saying once also on one of my favorite podcasts, now my second favorite podcast, of course. Be impatient with action and patient with results, and I fully live by that.
I love that. And it sounds like it's a way of life for you, not just something that you do at work. It sounds 100%. Like you're about to talk to me about how you go to the gym regularly in your lifestyle outside of work, correct?
What gave that away? I'd like to
Oh, it's just a huge, massive bulging shoulders you got that we can see here.
That's it's definitely one of the things that I look forward to. It's for me the best, most effective way for me to clear my mind after work. It's the time when I'm able to unplug and not think about all of my upcoming responsibilities, things that I might have failed on, things that I really want to improve on, whatever it is. It's my ability to just switch off. And I think I've always been blessed with a really great ability to turn things off and on. I spend a lot of time, yes, at the gym, but when I'm not doing that, I mean, that's still working, right? I love and I value time with my friends and my family more than just about anything in life. You know, I believe I work from home. I need the social attention, and you know, as an extrovert working from home, getting out and doing those kinds of things, I will do anything I can to put myself in a social setting. So I've gotten very good at turning things off and on, and I fully rely on going to the gym to clear my mind, but then also continue to stimulate my brain in a way that isn't focused on work by continuing to interact with new people or people that I've known my whole life.
Fantastic. I love that. That's brilliant, because what you show me there is that you show up consistently. You've got a methodology behind how you do things and what you do. And then in addition to that, you're a people person. You like being out and about with individuals in society. You're not keen on sitting at home in a room, and that's what's giving you that success, right?
Yes, definitely. And I love going to the events, those kinds of things. I come home so drained after like a 3-day event in Las Vegas, and you're just on from 4 a.m. to 1 a.m. and you're getting like a nap every night. But I love that kind of stuff. I love socially exhausting myself because you get so much out of it. You can get so, in a non-transactional way, you can get so much out of people every single day when it comes to just, if you're curious and if you want to learn from them, have the curiosity of a 5-year-old. Ask people why 100 times. Ask to understand, and you'll get so much, and you'll just continue to learn. And yes, I think that 100% part of why I've continued to succeed is just the willingness to never think that I know it all, and just want to learn genuinely about a ton of different things, about a ton of different ways of life, about a ton of different structures and ideologies and everything.
Yeah, it's a curiosity, isn't it? It's like the ability to go out and be like, what is this? What is that? Why is that? Why is that? What is this? Why is that? Which is why kids just have that energy all the time.
Yep. Why is it blue? I don't know. You know, I don't know.
It's the atmosphere. As the light hits it, it turns it blue.
Well, you know, we can.
I get it.
We'll talk about AI and why the sky is blue.
That's our next topic. That is our next topic. I'm telling you.
I love it.
I love that. That's brilliant. The energy of a child. Be consistent, turn up, and be curious. Now, I know you're really busy, so I've got one more question for you. In our audience, we've got a lot of young people, a lot of under 30-year-olds who watch and listen, these successful people that come on the show and talk around who they are and what they are, what's amazing. If you could give one bit of advice, one really brutal bit of advice to these sort of 20-something-year-olds, you might be in uni, you might just have come out of uni or something like that. What advice would you give?
That's such a tough one because there's so much to learn. But I would really say the underlying idea that of what I want to touch on is get comfortable being uncomfortable. But I think more realistically, find a way to be good at being misunderstood, because you'll fail and you'll doubt yourself. If you're in your 20s, unless you're just wired differently, you'll get imposter syndrome. You'll feel like you don't deserve to be where you are. But you'll have to be able to get through those situations. Those will be some of the most important situations that will shape you in the way that you move forward from there. You'll meet with clients that will invalidate your product, that will dismiss you, that will ghost you, that will have absolutely no interest. That doesn't matter. As long as you have faith, you know what you're doing, what you're selling is at the utmost value, and you're doing it with everything that you have. Continue to go. You're going to be doubted, and you're going to have to continue to persist. If you look to raise money, VCs will doubt you. You'll always be proving yourself. You'll go to conferences and people will talk down to you because you're not as old as them and they don't think that you know as much as them. And maybe I don't, maybe I don't, but I know what I'm talking about. And that's what really matters. You know what you're talking about, and you're going to have to find a way to get over that mental barrier of being put down, of being invalidated, of getting misunderstood by VCs, by clients, by people you talk to on a day-to-day basis. But through all of that, you will find the people that it really resonates with, that find what you do so valuable, that will give you amazing testimonials, that will put their own hard work money, in the case of an angel investor, behind your business, that will genuinely believe in you. And those are the kinds of highs and lows that you really feel so intimately when you're in a position of a COO. Speaking for myself, but I work every single day with our CEO. I mean, every single day, being Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it doesn't matter. We talk all the time, and I know that one of the biggest things is being able to understand how each other feels about all of the different situations that we've been in, learning from them, and moving forward in the most appropriate way, not immediately reacting and being upset and sending a jaded email, right? It's more about collecting your thoughts and just forming the best strategic response to somebody who may not like what you have. But it doesn't mean that it's closed. It doesn't mean that you're going to fail. It just means that maybe you gave the message incorrectly, or maybe you can improve something. So take a moment to just step aside from the situation, decompress, and realize that this is going to be the norm, and you're going to have to learn from it, but it'll only make you better.
That was so much more than one bit of advice. So much more. Wow.
In case you haven't noticed, I do a bit of rambling, but I try to keep it all really tight.
That's all good. It worked really well. So I don't know what to say to that other than thank you for sharing. That was brilliant. Guys, connect with Cory if you can. How should they find you? Where should they find you?
Really? I don't keep I keep my social presence to a bit of a minimum, but I am most present on LinkedIn. I don't know exactly what the URL is, but I think the /Cory Jaeger is the way it ends.
It's in the description below, guys. Just click on it and you'll find Cory straight away. Connect with him. As you can see, he has got so much knowledge, so much experience, and he's done something really, really impressive in a very short amount of time. So please do reach out to him as soon as you can.
And to all of the listeners that are upcoming Forbes 30 under 30 individuals, please do feel free to reach out to me. I would love to talk to any and all of you, answer any questions you have.
There you go. Fantastic. Cory, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. It's been a really interesting conversation. Thank you so much. Likewise, Zeeshan. It was a great conversation. I hope to talk to you again soon. Brilliant. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.